Hey everyone, Soundwave884 here with another Titans Returns review. This time we're looking at Autobot SEASPRAY. I guess we'll take a look at his little packaging here. And they have to tell us that this is a fantasy scene. No, I thought that was real. But your toy could actually do that. Alright, here's his card he comes with, which is just the package art. And it's just his bio, not his bio, but his abilities. And I guess we didn't look at the back of his package. 8 steps, and his bio says no Decepticon can get past the naval defenses of SEASPRAY. So we'll see this true. Alrighty. So Titans Return SEASPRAY. Lower the camera down. Look at this little guy. Overall, I actually really do like this figure, and I think it's one of the better produced Legends class that we've gotten so far. Overall, I'm really impressed with this one. More so than I was with, say, Wind Charger, the Generations, and all that. But they have gotten better. And he's probably my favorite of the Titans Returns mini bot so far. And here he is with Cosmos, which is his packaging partner. And this is not the Titans Returns Cosmos, this is the Generations. The Titans Returns is pretty much the same thing with this updated paint apps. And maybe a little bit different molding. I think down here, I think his head is, down here is white. On Titans Returns it's red. I think the eye color is slightly different. I know this little blue windowing here is more of a lighter blue, I believe. I think the greens and the yellows are different shades or tones, but it's not really that much different. And while I do like this Cosmos, I'm not willing to double dip. For right now, this one is fine. You can tell height-wise, SEASPRAY is larger. And then Cosmos. And here he is with the G1 SEASPRAY. Size-wise, Titans Returns a lot bigger. He actually has a weapon, which is actually the front part of his mode here, his vehicle mode. Articulation wise, you can tell it's going to go a lot better on the Titans Returns than did G1. One thing I did like to notice on the Titans Returns, the G1 toy has these little circles, and they did incorporate that into the legs of this guy's right there on his kneecaps, which is nice. And pretty much this here is just the stickers here. Autobot logo there. This piece has been taken off, like I said, to form his weapon. Head sculpts are similar. This one, Titans Returns, of course, has more detailing. Take a more look at this guy. Articulation wise, he does have a ball joint shoulders, but they are limited. He can only go that far out to raise it to the side, but he does have a 360 all the way around. These do get hit, but they spin, so they get out of the way. Elbow joint is a ball, so yeah, you got that, and you can go slightly to the sides on him. His head, it looks like it does have movement. Mine, I cannot get my fingers in there to really turn his head, so it's just where it's at for me for right now. They just have a knee bend here. It goes that far. And slightly forward if you want him to kick himself that way. His hips, there's that leg movement out there. And then all the way to the back. And to the sides, it is hindered. And that's as far as it goes. Also has a thigh swivel here. When it comes packaged in the package, the legs are actually turned like this. And it shows off his big clown feet. That's because his feet are so big they can't get him in a package this way. So side profile. He does have big feet, but that is part of his hovercraft mode. Pretty much the whole front end is his feet. So you're going to have to give it something there. He's got a bit of a backpack, but that's the whole back end. So, but overall, he looks good from every angle. Not very many hollow bits to be seen. He looks good from every angle. And he also has Cybertronian on the inside of his forearms, which is supposed to say Alana, which is from the Sea Change episode of G1. Okay, and this is like I said, top part from his bot mode. It is now comes his weapon. It doesn't peg in traditionally ways. It doesn't. He's got these holes, but it doesn't do that. This little peg here. It goes in the slot on his wrist. And that's how you get that in, like so. Bam, bam. I do wish I could get my fat fingers in there to play with that head so I can turn it. Alright, to transform this guy, what I'm going to do is take his weapon away. Alright, so take these out. I'm going to straighten his arms up. Next thing I'm going to do is take this piece out of his back until it clicks. Like so. I'm going to raise his arms up and get him out of the way. I'm not going to peg him in now or tap him in because usually I end up knocking him out later on. Next thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and raise his legs forward here. Like so. And there's these little back pieces on the back of his feet. I'm going to open them up. Like so. The reason I did that is because this piece here is going to fold in there. Like so. And what you want to do now is you want to collapse his leg inside of here. Like so. Same on this one. Like so. To where you see these little pieces. Little gap things sitting there. And you want to fold them into it. Tab in the front of his hovercraft. Tab, 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 tab. There. And you got these little tabs on his back of his feet that will go in these little slots on the side. Make sure he's tabbed. And then on his arms, he's got these little tabs on his wrist that will go inside of this piece there. So let's do that on both sides. So. And there's this little piece here. You just raise it up. And it covers his face. And this chest piece, it was his weapon. It has these 3 tabs. There's 1, 2, and 3 slots. Just slot it in, and voila. He is in his hovercraft mode. And his legs give me trouble just for the fact that I try to collapse him down, just end up moving pieces around, pop his back off, out and stuff, to where things start coming undone. But it's not a hard transformation at all. It's just his legs are just a little fiddly when I try to get them together. But everything tabs in nice, except for maybe these in the back, which can be popped out. All right. This guy is Titan's Returns gimmick, which is this yellow piece here you grab on the sides and it opens up, and you put a Titan Master in there. So I'll tell you, when I was doing mine earlier, I did end up pushing this piece, this blue piece here, off, but it was able just to slide right back on. So yeah. In vehicle mode, the spinners spin in the back. There are no wheels, so he doesn't roll. And knocking that down. But overall, he does look good as the hovercraft mode. And we'll compare him with his G1 counterpart, so that I get him transformed, which is done. A lot larger, of course. I would say more detailed in the mold on this guy than this guy. More little paint apps. So more details. The one thing G1 has over this guy is that it actually has some form of wheels. So he will wheel around. So yeah, so that's got. I'm going to take a little 360 look at this dude. Now he does look good, I think, in all modes, all angles. Now to transform him back to robot mode, I'm just going to pop this piece off, put it to the side. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and untab his arms. Untap his legs from the side here. Get these little tabs out. I'm going to pull this down and pull his legs back out to where the yellow piece comes back down. Now I'm going to work on his legs to straighten them out, like so. Turn this around, take his legs from feet from each other, and then I'm going to close these things back on his back of his legs, and it has this one little like tab that will go in that back piece there. Voila, back of the feet are done. Feet are done. Then I'm going to take his arms and go ahead and fold them down. Take this big piece, this white piece here, collapse it back on his chest. Take this whole thing, collapse it to the back, like so, and he is done. And then you can put this back in his hand for a weapon, or if you really want to, you can stick it back on his chest. And it's got an Autobot logo on it to where it still looks the same. This is probably more, you want to say, a tune. Even toy, for the toy had that as well. Back with this one. Like I said, overall, he's probably one of my favorite mini bots in the current lines of the past, let's say, 2 years. So yeah, overall, I think he's a well worth your purchase if you're into the Titans Returns line altogether. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until the next one, peace out.